Combining integers practice. Adding and subtracting with single signs. So what your assignment is going to look like is the following. You'll be given some problems, which are listed here on the left side, that will just have a single sign. Now what you will do is in the first box, you're going to write the first integer from the problem, then the second integer from the problem, put your solution, what you feel is the answer to that problem, and then you will use these counters. The black is positive, the red is negative, and you will prove that the answer you came up with is correct. You will use the X's to cross out zero pairs. So let's take a look at the first one. 3 plus 2. The first integer is a positive 3, so double click in that spot and you will type in a 3. The second integer, it says plus 2, which is the same thing as positive 2, so that's going to be a 2, and 3 plus 2 will give you 5. Now let's prove that using the counters. So we have 3 positives, so we'll drag one of these positives down. So I've got 1, 2, 3. So that's for our 3 positives. Then we're going to drag 2 positives down. So that would give us 1, 2. There are no zero pairs that are going to cancel each other out. So if we count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positives. That proves our answer of 5. Okay, now let's try the next one. Negative 3 plus 1. So double click here. The first integer is negative 3. So we'll type in negative 3. The second integer is a positive 1, because if you hide the first integer, it shows you a positive 1 or plus 1. So then I would have 1. And you could, if you want to, write a positive sign. So my solution, if I think, okay, negative 3, to me, when I think of negative numbers, I think of owing somebody money. So if I owe somebody $3, but I give them $1, now I should only owe them $2. And if I still owe them money, that's a negative and negative 2. So let's prove that over here. So let's take 3 negatives. So 1, 2, 3 negatives, and 1 positive. Now I see I have some positives and negatives, so I'm going to cross out my zero pairs using the X. So I'll cross out the 1 positive and 1 of the negatives. Those canceled each other out. And what I'm left with is 2 negatives. That proves my answer of negative 2. All right, let's try this next one. 4 minus 3. So I have the first integer is a positive 4. And my second integer is a negative 3. Again, if you cover up that first integer, what you still see is a negative 3, or same thing as a minus 3. So put in a negative 3 here. Again, if I think of money, I have $4, but I give somebody 3. That means I should only have $1 left. Okay, now time to prove it. So I need 4 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 positives, 3 negatives. So 1, 2, 3 negatives. Okay, now I need to cross out my zero pairs. So put an X on one of the negatives, and I'll put an X on one of the positives. I'll put an X on another negative and an X on another positive. And I still can keep going. So X here and X on that positive. So I eliminated my zero pairs. I am left with 1 positive. That proved my answer. Okay, now it's your job to finish the rest of these. Okay, good luck.